Я бы охарактеризовал
I would describe my work and myself as a catcher of the silence,
ловцом тишины.
because the main thing that I want to express is that stillness
Именно вот эта
and
тишина.
different gradations of
Различные
it.
оттенки тишины, торжественная
Festive
тишина,
stillness, twilight stillness, and lyrical stillness.
тишина какая-то вот. Искусство — это то,
Art is a thing I cannot live without.
и всегда писал картины.
In my mind, I have this need to
У
paint,
меня в сознании,
and
что
that's
я
what I do.
обязан рисовать, и я рисую.
If I'm not painting for a week, I feel like I'm not alive.
Неделю не порисую, всё, я
I need
уже
something to do.
мне надо что-то
I
делать.
even paint on
Еду в
vacations
отпуск,
because I
я
just
там
cannot
рисую, не
live
могу.
any other way.
Ну, рисовать я начал с самого
I started to draw when I was a kid. First, it was in the kindergarten, then in school, then at the studio, and I never doubted it. It was always a sure thing. So at the age of 15, I attended art school. I always knew that I would become an artist. It was in my subconscious. Then I attended the College of Art at Nizhny Novgorod. That was a very fun period of my life, because we were getting a lot of new experiences in art. We were learning from each other and competing at the same time. In college, I was the only one who was painting something outside of the course. I would stay up late at the studio and paint and paint. One day, we did an outdoor painting of a still life setup. Everybody drew it the way it's supposed to be drawn, but I did it my way. I drew it from the perspective of the grass, so the subject was far away on the canvas. I was ridiculed by my teacher for that, but I was doing what I really wanted. I wanted to observe the magical world of plants, the world of beauty that is created from almost nothing. I wasn't fighting against the Soviet system. I was fighting against my teachers at the art school. They wanted me to draw like they were doing it, but I wanted to do it my way. They reprimanded me, but they had to deal with it. In my last grade, they almost kicked me out of the school, but then they finally decided to leave me alone. After that, I went to study at the Academy of Fine Arts in St Petersburg. I studied monumental painting. We studied mosaic, murals, stained glass, and other courses. When I was young, I got interested in Buddhism. I read lots of books about Chan Buddhism and Zen Buddhism. Then I forgot it completely, but there was something that was left inside of me. That sense of silence and pause stayed in my inner condition. It's so strange that some people see it in my work, because I'm not instilling that into my paintings intentionally. There are a lot of places in St. Petersburg that I love, the whole downtown area. When I was studying in the Academy of Fine Arts, I liked to go to Tavritsky Garden, Summer Garden, and the Fontanka River embankment, with all those beautiful houses there. Ever since I started working in the studio, I go on a walk every day to the Pier and Pole Fortress. This is my favorite place in the city, because here you can see and smell the Neva River, and there is a great view on the old St Petersburg, the Hermitage Museum and places like that. I love this place the most right now. I also like the Nikolsky Cathedral area, it's very beautiful over there. The characters I use for my works are existing among us. They're just normal people, but I see something in them. Something that catches my eye when I walk past them. Something clicks in my head when I see somebody's look, or spirituality, or aura. It catches my mind right away. It can be a character from this world, but he brings something from that other world. There's something unique in the person or character. I'm like an antenna, like any other artist. I'm just receiving signals. Before I'm going to start to work on a piece, I must feel the passion to paint. That's why I need something to push me to do it. Usually, I just sit on the couch and stare at the canvas in front of me. It can go like that for days, until something will inspire me. Because I can't paint without it. That's why my mind is always tuned to receive that impulse. It may come from anywhere, and when it comes, I start to paint. The process is on. The small details inside of my head are coming together to form one picture. I never use a pencil on a canvas. First, I paint it over, and then I start to dig things out from the chaos. Like a sculptor starts to shape a stone, I do the same with the brush. Sometimes that stone cracks, so I have to paint it over again. And then something starts to come out from that other world. It's like magic. I'm trying to reflect the sense of stillness and calm in all of my work. I'm trying to pause the world. It's a view from the inside or from the outside. It's hard to explain. It's like an entrance to something transcendental. Well, there is this condition in my soul, and no matter what I'm painting, my characters need to reflect that inner condition, that sense I have. Until I feel that, the painting is not finished. For example, when I'm finishing my painting, right when I see that it's turning out, I get that sense of eternity and a pure happiness. At that time, nothing exists for me anymore. Nothing at all. But, of course, it's an illusion. It's an instant moment, but a very happy one. I like the fact that people see that uncatchable light in my work, because this is what I see too. I spend a lot of time on every painting to instill that sense of light and softness. Until I get that gentle softness, I'm not going to calm down. I've been developing this style for 15 years now. Before, there were no acrylic paints, only oil. Now we have all kinds of tools and paints. The range is wider now. Everything becomes easier and harder at the same time, because every level you step up to requires something new from you. You have just achieved something and now you need to keep going. When I look at my work that is finished, I feel calmness and peace inside. It's a triumph of stillness. Well, if my paintings make someone happy, and they see that simplicity, peace and calmness inside, that makes me happy too. Because this is what I want to reflect in my works. In particular, the simplicity, peace and calmness. Those things describe the condition I want my paintings to stay in all the time. But it doesn't always work out that way. But everyone needs to have some place for the soul. There have been times when people who have seen my works have found something in them that I haven't put into them. I always try to abstract away from that. Because if I start to think by somebody else's thoughts, I will forget my own thoughts. And that will confuse me. That's why I'm trying to put in there what I feel, not what other people will discover. Well, if Sasha Bassari will still exist in 5 years, I don't know who he'll be. He might stay the same, maybe he'll change. Change is the permanent process. It's impossible to always stay the same. If you stay at the same level for a long time, you're sinking, because time goes by and it leaves you behind. That's why you always need to discover something new in your life. New techniques, new impressions. It might be invisible for the viewers, but the artists always feel those changes inside of them. It's hard to explain why I love what I do. I just love it, and that's it. Probably because I've done it for all of my life, and it's what I was meant to do.